Hello Internet, your friendly neighborhood gremlin here, and today we're building a construction site for Cyrano, because apparently that is what he wants. Why that's what he wants, I don't know, but it's what he asked for, and it was what I wanted to do. And if I do say so myself, I think it came out pretty good. I mean, it's certainly not groundbreaking. It is quite literally just a construction site. But I think it comes out nice. Maybe nice is the wrong word. Let me know what you think down below. Do you enjoy building construction sites as much as I do? I don't know why this is a thing that appeals to me so much in Animal Crossing. We did get really lucky on the island today because there were multiple people who had requests that I wanted to fulfill, and it's definitely been a while since that was the truth. I think tomorrow we'll do Zucker. I am going to do a couple HHP builds back to back because we had ooblets all those days in a row, which I mean wasn't bad. I like ooblets. I don't know if all of you like ooblets. I'm sure some of you just subscribed for the Happy Home Paradise stuff. So we're coming back full force. Hopefully soon I'll be able to give you the lost episode. You can see what I've done to Pinchetti's house because I would really like to get my files off that external hard drive. I didn't drop it off yesterday because I didn't have time. I may never have those files again, and that scares me. Anyway, the outside is fairly simple. I mean, it is just a construction site. I do suppose if we were aiming for realism, they probably wouldn't have painted the house black, but I like the black house better than the not black house, and it does sort of hold its own better against the desert background. Anyway, we're just kind of trying to figure out where we want to put all of these vehicles because I do want all three of them, and we'll manage to fit all three of them. I mean, it's a pretty big space, I guess, but there isn't a whole lot to say about the outside. I mean, it's pretty straightforward as far as outsides go. I guess we could talk about the fact that I put a porta potty in front of the house, which is maybe a questionable decision, especially if you're considering realism, because it would stink, and that would not be the place you would want to put that. But this is Animal Crossing, so no one's gonna use it, so it's not gonna smell bad. And that was the place where I liked it best. Oh, here's the thing that I wanted to ask you. In this video, outside, I cut out some of the longer catalog scrolling sections and just left in all of the individual items that I picked rather than you watching me scroll through the catalog for ages. I didn't do it inside because there wasn't very many catalog scrollings. The reason I wasn't doing it is because it makes the editing slightly choppier, but I mean, it's going so fast you may not even notice. So let me know if you prefer to not watch me scroll or you want to watch me scroll. This would be a helpful thing to know. This sort of section here was me pretending that steamroller thing was laying down that stone, you know, kind of like when they're paving roads. Obviously it's stone, so that's not how that works, but I don't have a pavement texture, so stone it is, I guess. But coming up soon here, we're going to make all sorts of non-realistic decisions because, again, it's Animal Crossing, and it's more important that the build looks good than it is that it is functional, because no one can use any of these vehicles anyway. There's no function to it. It is so unfunctional, in fact, that you will not be able to get from the entrance to the front door. This is maybe another reason why I like building in Happy Home Paradise over building on my own island. You don't have to have space to walk anywhere. So now we're putting in a decayed tree, which I did almost put on top of the stone, which doesn't make any sense. How would they get stone under the tree? And also they probably would have removed the tree before they started construction. But I mean, I guess that same argument could apply to the cactuses as well. But we're literally just adding the final items, and then we're gonna head inside, which will be exciting because the inside I think is my favorite part. So let's shove that little gas canister in front of the tires in front of the porta potty and head inside. And while the outside of the house looks like a cute wooden cabin, inside we're gonna have some metal walls because Animal Crossing won't let me have a metal shack on the outside. So the only option is to force it in on the inside. And we also use the construction site flooring because of course we do. It probably doesn't make any sense either, but I like the unfinished nature of it. My brain, this is kind of like a hastily built-in shack that they put up just so they could have a place while they're doing the work, and then they'll tear it down afterwards. It's a pretty simple arrangement. We just got like a desk and some cabinets and storage space, and also one of the workbenches, just because I don't know. I considered having like bunk beds in a place where they could sleep so they didn't have to leave, but I would have had to make the whole thing bigger, and that sort of defeats the hastily built shack sort of aesthetic. Also, then you'd need a kitchen and stuff, so way too complicated. We can tell a story about the time I was really dumb with a fax machine. Essentially, I was looking for a number to a place because I needed to call them, and they only had one number posted on their website, so I was calling this number, and it would like sort of ring, and then it would do all these like weird like clicking noises and stuff. I called it like a bunch of times, and I had to get someone else to tell me that's the fax number. Don't ask me why the only number listed on their website was a fax number. Don't actually know that anyone owns a fax machine anymore. Can you still fax things to places? Who knows? Animal Crossing exists in this sort of strange, timeless place, I suppose. It's got a big rotary phone, but we also have a cell phone. So who knows what time this is? It's an alternate universe in which there are animals who talk, and we are the only human. Why are we the only human? What happened? Why does no one comment on the fact that we're the the only human. I guess technically we're not, because other people exist and they can like come to your island, so maybe humans are a thing that exists everywhere. We've just moved to a place where there's not a lot of them. Are we in like some sort of post-apocalyptic world or something? One of my favorite things about the build is that placement of the radio on the steel beams. I don't know why it makes me as happy as it does. Here we are going to try and put a lamp in and it's not going to fit anywhere, and I'm not sure that I should have kept it, but we do keep it. Maybe you can tell me down below how dumb you think it looks, or if you think it looks okay. But we're going to be heading to the walls, which I think is the fun part of the build. Now, I suppose it's also not really anything special. We have to take the windows out so I can put that tool shelf thing on the wall, and this screws with the lighting, which is going to come back to bite us in a minute. We also weirdly put a breaker switch directly above the copy machine because I didn't know where else to put it. It looks weird, but it wouldn't sit close enough to the light switch to make me happy. And now we're going to add some fans, and they're not going to be able to be symmetrically directly across from each other in the room, and this is going to make me upset, but the scaffolding is in the way, and the security camera had to go on the other wall. I suppose you don't actually need a security camera. Just like the exit sign is going to make the clock sit in a funny place. Sometimes I see an item and I get into my brain that it has to be there, even if it displaces other items, apparently. Particularly the exit sign. I do not think you need a giant red exit sign on top of a door in a room this small. Clearly that's where the exit is. It's not like you're gonna get lost. And for maybe the first time ever, we use a different swatch of the Loch Ness Monster sign because it was a construction sign and it just felt appropriate. Don't worry, we're also gonna add a Loch Ness Monster. But look at how bad the lighting is. Like, why does the lighting blow out the things on the walls so much? Why is this a thing? I don't understand, and I hate it. I'm even going to try turning the lights down, and that doesn't entirely fix the problem, but we soldier on. See, look, I can't even put, that's where I wanted to put it, and it won't go there, because it's still blown out. Why? Why? Why do they hate me? Why don't I fight back? Why do I cry myself to sleep? Send me a sign, God. Give me some hope here, something to live for. I do apologize, but to be fair, the best performing video on my channel is the last time I burned your ears with my singing. Maybe it's a good luck charm. That or the internet's really into normcore, which is probably more true. And using that poster a second time is probably the worst and best decision I make in this build. I love it there, directly there, because it looks like they're using it like as a window, because there aren't any windows in here, which is a thing people sometimes do, I think. Maybe it's only in movies, but in office buildings, in like fictional places, they put up those like fake vacation posters as windows. I also couldn't move it from behind the scaffolding because I like it there. I just need more posters that are like taped on the wall because that is the only one that I have. Maybe there are others that I just do not have access to yet. If so, please tell me in the comments down below, because I need more posters that look like they're just like taped on the wall. That's what one does with posters. You can't just have two of the exact same poster in one room. It is a terrible design decision, and yet I had to make it. I had to. I'm sorry. Blame the people who made Animal Crossing. It was entirely their fault. They forced my hand. But let's jump off the complaining train because the build is now done. And in a minute you're going to see us in our cute construction worker outfits. You have to wear the exact same vest because there's only one good colored vest, which sucks. Pretty sure we're also wearing the same colored hard hat, because again, colors, but I think he looks really good in the hard hat, which is hard to pull off, because usually when they get the like tiny hats there, it's dumb. Look, we're not wearing the same outfits because they were the only options. We're wearing the same outfits because we're working the same job on the same team, and therefore we wear the same uniform. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye!